go. All right, guys. I don't give a fuck Friday. I guess. I don't know. It seems like every part of the panel verse, whatever the fuck that means, is trying to tear itself apart. Bunch of loser ass motherfuckers out there. So all I can say is I don't give a fuck. You can in a few minutes, OG, man. I got to rant for a little while. If you could just cool out, just be chill. That's cool. That's awesome, man. I had intended tonight to make the show about Texas and the match I shot and a bunch of other stuff. I didn't really. It's just been a fucked up day with a bunch of fucked up people doing fucked up shit. So we're going to fuck it up. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. I don't even know what the fucking panel verse is. Right? Panelstinia. Y'all motherfuckers taking this shit too seriously. Like, seriously. I just don't even understand half of you dumb fucks. And I say that with all due respect to idiots that are actually fucking dumb. Before I get into this, got to talk about a lot of cool shit, man. Like, we've had Iran, we got all kinds of stuff. Today is April 17th, day after my 55th birthday. I'm an old fuck. I have zero fucks left to give. I gave them all at the office. So we're going to get into it. We're going to have some fun tonight. It's going to be great. I promise. If you don't understand where the name An Unreasonable Man comes from, it's from a George Bernard Shaw play, 1907, of Men and Supermen. I am the Superman, motherfuckers. Just believe it. Welcome back. I haven't been on here for a while. I've been on everybody else's panel. I've been talking to everybody else. I've been out there spreading the love. I don't even restream when I'm on people's panels. It's weird to me anyway. But enough about me. Let's talk about Trump, man. You know, I've been watching all week, people saying Trump's got his dick in a ringer because he did this, he fucked up this, he fucked up that. But you know what, man? Iran is on the ropes, baby. He's on the ropes. And he told the Pope, hey, man, stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. I mean, he actually said it a little differently, but that was the effect, right? All right. He's literally parked the U.S. Navy in the Strait of Hormuz and told Iran, open up or lose it all. We'll see what they choose. So far, they've reopened, right? They're screaming, obviously, still. They're screaming it's their water. We're invading, whatever. Fuck that. They don't even have a navy. What can they invade? What can they defend here? Oil prices seem to have dropped. I think it's about 10%. The House just shot down the, second or third limp-wristed War Powers resolution. It was close as 213 to 214, but we got it done. This is what an unreasonable policy looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they're not open, baby. Insane Wheels is right. You gotta be careful what you listen to on this media out there in the mean streets. We own that shit. It's not endless talks that let the mullahs build nukes behind our back or right in front of us, for that matter. It's not Obama's pallets of cash. Matter of fact, we supposedly released $7 billion or whatever it was, but hey, man, you owe us that because of all of the missiles we expended blowing your shit up. Not like Biden freezing funds and then just giving them back. We got people out there screaming that Trump is going to commit genocide because he straight up said that a whole civilization will die if they keep playing games. The important part of that is you play stupid game, you win stupid prizes. That's how it is. Suddenly, all of a sudden, Iran is sitting at the table. Weird. Now, they're still being who they are. I mean, progress depends on unreasonable men. All you reasonable motherfuckers need to take a seat. So Trump is apparently going to keep this blockade in place, right? He hasn't failed to win the war, my friend Anson. Anson is contrarian, ladies and gentlemen. He's okay though. He's a good guy. We'll get into that. Hello, Sarah. How are you? I was accused of being your friend today. Look, folks, Iran blinked. Okay. We parked that shit on the shore. We called their fucking bluff. And I don't care who you are, baby. They fucking blinked. We own their asses now. We own Iran. You just watch. You just watch. Now we got to talk about Putin and China, right? They're watching. They're watching. Putin's evacuating more staff because he knows Trump isn't bluffing. Never would have done that under Biden, folks. It wouldn't have fucking happened. It would not have fucking happened. Raging Tomato Dial is Anson Knowles. He just changes his name a lot. It's a thing with him. I did an episode about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I forget when it was. I've been traveling a lot, about how Trump has effectively changed how wealth is controlled and moves throughout the world by being able to control who sells who oil. We don't have to control the oil itself. We don't have to own the oil rigs. We don't have to own the ships. We just simply say, you can't fucking go there, right? And then we had a whole long speech about this shit. And what that really has done is given us energy independence without us having to seize anything, without us having to do anything except show the world that if we say it doesn't fucking go there, it doesn't fucking go there. You remember, the left has said all along that Trump was going to start World War III. He literally just forced 2 ceasefires without a single U.S. boot being on the ground. In Iran. Not one. Not one U.S. boot. Now, obviously, we bombed the shit out of them. That's okay. I got a lot more material, but I guess we got to get into this, into the panelverse nonsense first before everybody senses that I'm holding something back. Yeah, I am. For some stupid reason that I may not be dumb enough to understand this, right? I may be too intelligent that I can't sink down to this level and understand it. If I go onto Dusty's panel and argue with him for 2 hours, or even if I sit there and tell him he's full of shit, or if I tell him, hey man, I agree with you on this, but I disagree with you on that, that doesn't mean that I back or condone all the shit that he does. It means that I'm a human fucking being interacting with other human beings, whether I like them or not. If I talk to Sarah about whatever, it doesn't mean that I am Sarah's best friend, although I don't consider her an enemy at all. I think that some of the things, I mean, right now, I think that, you know, she's done some things that I don't like, right? But that doesn't mean that I hate her. It doesn't mean that anybody that watches my show should hate her. I don't like Speakeasy. I make no bones about the fact that I think he's a walking piece of shit. But I don't tell people not to go watch his show. As a matter of fact, I've watched his show. I've donated to the son of a bitch. And I would never tell my audience not to go to somebody's channel. That is some fucked up, low T, messed up shit for people to be doing that. I'm fucking disappointed in a lot of motherfuckers out there. People I thought were strong, people I thought were good, people I thought and maintain that they are great Christians. I am disappointed as a motherfucker. I don't even fucking want to be in this sphere. I'm going to go play with fucking guns. I am sorely disappointed. The fucking panel verse. What the fuck is the panel verse? If you are on that level, if you are such a pussy that you don't like a content creator because they go to somebody else's channel, fuck off. Leave. Get the fuck out of my way. You are not valuable. You do not add to the conversation. You suck. And motherfucker striking channels is I'm telling you what, man, that burns my dick. I swear to God, I have never in my life been more pissed off this morning than when I found out that OG's channel, somebody reported his channel out of fucking spite. What kind of bullshit is that? I've never in my life been more like I consider most of the people in my audience to at least be my friend or to be people like-minded people. I am not like-minded. You are not like me. I can have a conversation with Destiny. I can have a conversation with Connor Cunter points, right? I can actually have a conversation with that dickhead and not hate him. I can hate his ideals. I can hate his point of view. But I don't have to hate the motherfucker. I can even consider him a motherfucker. I can really dislike some of the things that Sarah has done and tell her to her face or to her on the screen right now and say, Sarah, I don't like the things you've done. That doesn't mean that I wish harm upon Sarah. It doesn't mean that I dislike Sarah at the core. It also doesn't mean that we're friends right now. I know it's the internet, guys. I understand. Yeah, I was out in Texas. I was shooting with some of the best people on the planet. I was having a great time. We will look at a video and you can see all of the happiness and the joy that I was dealing with. And everyone was wonderful. We're all competing against each other, but we're having a great time. And I come back to this bullshit. I consider Andrew Wilson one of my friends. If he called me right now and said, "Hey man, I need you to come to Texas," I'd be on a plane within an hour or two. If he called up and said, "Hey man, I'm in Miami, I'm stuck. Help me out." I'd help him out. Not that he would need that help, but he's my friend. My friend has never asked me to not talk to someone. My friend would not do that. I consider Anson Knowles my friend. I've never actually met him, but if he needed my help, I'd go help him. He doesn't need my help. He just said so. It's okay, man. Look, if you just don't like somebody's content, that's cool. If you think the things they say is fucked up and you don't want to listen to it, that's cool. Nobody cares. But I want to associate with the best people. I want to give advice to the best people so they can be better. But this bullshit that's going on right now, fucking disappointing. Really, really fucking disappointing. You know, I've actually met Sarah in person. I've met a lot of these creators in person because I'll travel the country to do so. I'm just really disappointed, especially in people who should know better. Not one fucking step back has meaning. And it has meaning beyond just don't like what someone says. I don't have to agree with everything someone says. Matter of fact, I prefer it when I disagree. I'm going to shut the fuck up. Maybe it doesn't do it for Australian dollars. I'll reread it. Rude Cunt Crab says, for Australian $5, you're the best around. Nothing's ever going to keep you down. That's true. Nothing ever does keep me down. That's true. Yeah, I never make anyone else's problem my problem. Sarah's problems are her problems. Dusty's problems are his problems. OG's problems are his problems. The fact that I can have a conversation with those people should not piss you off if you're a member of my audience or a member of somebody else's audience. If it takes that little to piss you off, man, you need to like examine what the fuck is going on up here. And I disagree with Dusty a lot. Like he and I disagree a lot. I guess I just can. I guess my thing is that if I really truly don't like you, I just won't be around you. You'll know because I won't make fun of you, and I won't bullshit with you. Anonymous ask, so the kids complained to me and struck a channel. No, actually, I've just been observing, really. Although I did go over to Vix this morning, and he didn't really understand. I don't think he understood where I was coming from, and I was, to be honest with you, I was still tired, and I just woken up, so I wasn't. I may not have been coherent as I normally could be, and I was really trying to gather information and understand things a little better. Now I do. It took all day, but I think I pretty much figured it all out. But some low life piece of shit reported OG's channel last night and got his channel taken down temporarily, and that's a bullshit move. It just is. It's just I just can't even understand why somebody would fucking do that. Glad to see me back. Been a weird week in a weird world. Yeah, absolutely, man. Sorry, guys. I've not been here a whole lot lately. I'm super busy. I went to Texas. I shot a match. Well, I went to Arizona. I shot a match. I came back. I went to Florida. I came back. I was here a week. I went to Texas. I shot a match. I came back. I've been back about a week now. And now I'm, this weekend, I don't have anything to do. So I'll be on tonight and tomorrow night. And we'll be doing more of the gun prattle stuff. I'm honestly probably going to phase this channel out. If everybody else is going to be a bunch of tool belts. I don't need to come up. I don't need to be a part of a community or a group of people that is so low IQ, so low, just can't keep from tripping over their own dick. I don't need to be a part of that. OG silenced you in chat, so YouTube silencing him makes you laugh. I mean, fair enough. Yeah. So I did shoot a bunch in Texas. Texas was awesome. You'll have to pay attention to gun prattle to get the scoop on that. Although I have talked about it on other people's channels. I think it's a really interesting thing I think it's a really interesting thing that we have so many people out there right now that are feuding and fighting amongst each other. It's really stupid. I don't get it. So, yes, Sarah, we understand that you don't have a dick to trip over. I'm very sorry that you don't have a dick to call your own. I apologize. So, yeah. Maybe I just haven't debated enough lately. Maybe I just need to, like verbally abuse some people through debate. Maybe that's it. I don't know. We'll see. OG, I'll throw out a link. The last time I did that, I made Prime crash out. That is true. That is true. He crashed out hardcore too. I don't have a clip of that. I really need to get a clip of that. He really crashed out. So that was funny. That was funny. Prime crashing out is like some of the best crash outs. I don't know why. He's like really like premium crashing out. You even have Discord open? Yeah, I do. Prime does indeed suck. He hasn't invited me back since. I think that might have been the crash out, the end all crash outs. He literally he's not had me back on at all. Hey TVT, how are you doing, man? TVT, it's not a matter of snitching. It's a matter of there was nothing to snitch about. It was literally just somebody being a bitch. And I can't
Mic check.
I don't mind people. Yeah, I heard you. I don't mind people with legitimate beefs beefing with each other. I really don't. And like just like TVT's called me on some shit before. He has, right? Reporting is snitching you. Gotcha. Um, look, TVT and I've had differences, and we've worked that shit out. It's no big deal. I can find it on my. Oh yeah. I need to get a clips guy. Anybody? I need two things. I need an artist that can design some t-shirts and shit because I got to revamp my store, and I've especially got to get the gun prattle stuff loaded up and get that out there. Got to pump that shit out. So if you're good at designing t-shirts and shit like that, if you're an artiste, hit me up. Also, if you just enjoy doing clips and shit, hit me up. I do pay. So there's that. Yeah, that's actually the reason I don't go to primes anymore. It makes me feel stupid. I mean, it makes me feel stupid for being there, and it makes me feel like I'm beating up on kindergartners in the fucking debate. Yeah, I actually like TVT, and then we've talked on Discord through Discord voice. So but yeah. I haven't actually had a debate in like 4 or 5 weeks. So, what's up, OG? How are you doing?
Hey, Grid. Sir, I heard you on VIX, and I thought you may want to talk to me about the situation.
I mean, I think I've got a handle on it now. I'm going to give you my position as it stands right now. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay.
Mhm.
First, it looks to me like you legitimately did think that he was done using your content because he had moved on to something else. Now, Emmett maintains that he told you in chat that they were going to come back to it.
He did, and I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he maintains he did that, but I don't know. And you thinking they were done, moved it behind, it made it members only, and which I think is fair, right? And that pissed Vic off. I guess he thought you were doing it out of spite. I don't know. Vic was a little snarky when he talked to me this morning, and that's okay. He was hot. It's fine. He apparently thought you did it on purpose. Maybe you did. I don't know. And then you were kind of an ass and told him, got to get the bag or some shit. Again, totally cool. I see him. I see why he'd be pissed about that, but I have a problem with people that just think that they can just drag content and just review it without even bothering to ask the people whose content it is. I've had that happen to me. I've had people actually use my content, and I actually had somebody who was using my content They were using 100% of my content in their show or their whatever review or whatever. Never asked me, never talked to me about it, never reached out, and I was like, so I reached out to them. I said, hey, I don't want to copyright you, but this is my shit, and all my shit's copyrighted the minute I do it. So don't, you need to ask me at least before you fucking do that. And you know, um,
So essentially, from my perspective, right?
yeah, give me.
So I had always attended to start putting my stuff, because it took me forever to get membership started, right? Because I had a
Yeah,
bunch of the copyright stuff where it's not really a strike, but it's you can't monetize it.
sure.
So I had to go through and get all that fixed, and eventually I had planned on putting a lot of this stuff. Emmett asked me, like, DM'd me and said, "Hey, can I cover this?"
Yeah.
And people have also been telling me I need to start putting better streams behind the paywall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was hanging out with some friends and kind of sort of watching streams, and I rated Vic over there, and I was chilling with Vic for a little bit, and when he moved on to Dusty, I thought he was done.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of times
Sure.
where I will say, "Hey, we'll get back to this,"
Right.
and it drags
You
on,
just
and we
run out
never
of
get
time,
back
right?
to it. Yeah.
It takes a long time.
So when he moved on to Dusty, I was like, okay, I'm a narcissist. This isn't about me. I'm gonna fuck off and go hang out with my friends. So I go and I put it on behind the paywall.
Mm.
And I'm moving between the living room and my bedroom where my computer's at.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep all my stuff open just in case I want to come back in here, run back in here, get on stream and hang out with people. And I get told that he's freaking the fuck out.
Mm.
And I go, got to make the bag. And
Right.
he fucking times me out. I'm literally typing. I'm just messing with you. Let me go fix it. He's like, Orthodox guy, do with a 24-hour ban.
Wow.
And I'm like, bro, I can't even tell you I'm going to go put it in private. And he just keeps bitching and talking shit and bitching. His whole fucking chat is just getting started. Talking, I'm a snake, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, bro, okay, bet. I'm going to laugh at you now. I even went in on a sock account called Muslim Guy and tried to explain the situation. He was not paying attention or just willfully misinterpreting what was being
I think
said.
he was pissed. And I think he said this morning, I'm pretty sure he said this morning he was pissed. I was tired this morning. Again, I wasn't at my peak. I want to address Sarah here. Asking is a courtesy, not a requirement. Absolutely. However, if you don't ask, someone like me who's just like, what the fuck, will might throw that copyright down, especially if you're using 100% of my content. And I always like to reach out first. I'm like, hey, dude, I don't actually mind that you're using it, but at least let me know, right?
Wait, yeah, I don't care if people review my stuff. I've said it on my panel and other people's panel. I don't care.
Yeah.
But but like he was just acting such a douchebag, and I'm sitting here hovering over the put back public button.
But I get where he's coming from too, right? Like he's in the middle of his stream. To him, it looks like, and I get the idea. I don't know this for a fact, but I get the idea from things people have said that there were people who were basically telling him that you were trying to fuck him over, right? I don't know that that's, and I know that you weren't. I know that you weren't. I know that's not something that you would do. But he doesn't know that. And this is part of the thing. Like we all have this, suddenly all of a sudden everybody is so fucking sensitive and just the least little thing just makes people go fucking batshit crazy, and it shouldn't, right? It's like, I don't know. I just don't get it. I think that he was, he was maybe a little overly sensitive to it. I don't know. But I get his point of view is that he thought you were trying to ruin. He basically considers it that you were trying to ruin his show. You're considering that, hey, I was just kind of poking fun with him a little bit, and then I was going to turn it back on, right? Or not,
well,
or make it.
That's the thing. I wasn't poking fun at him. I was gonna go get my wee wee sucked and go to bed. But then people
Yeah.
told me he was freaking out that he wasn't done reviewing it.
Yeah.
So I come back and they're just talking a bunch of fucking metric fuck ton of shit.
Yeah.
And like, can I address TVT?
Yeah. Can I just really quickly? Hey man, good to see you. I haven't. He's not been here that much lately. Envoy of Justice. Vic doesn't do whole content most of the time. He does segments day by day. That's true. I've seen that, and he gives constant commentary throughout the content. Yeah, it was a little. I haven't seen it. It's been a little weird. So I don't really know. And again, I haven't seen any of this. Right? Like I'm only going. Like I woke up this morning. Let me tell you what happened here, OG, from my point of view. I signed off yesterday after I talked to you guys, and I went and did a bunch of shit. I came home. I went to fucking bed. I didn't get back online really. I didn't, I didn't cruise the surf the web or anything. I went to fucking bed, and I went out to dinner with my wife. Had dinner, all that. My picture is off center. What picture? I don't know. Sarah, calm down. Your picture is off center. I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't either. You look pretty centered to me.
Yeah, I don't know. So I woke up this morning and I had some notifications from YouTube, and one of them was you saying that your first saying that your channel had been reported and taken down, and then another one saying something like that you'd sorted it out. It was some gun content, which was actually I'm betting it's my content because I'm the one that brought the gun stuff up. And then and what was the other one? It was there was like a couple 3 notifications from you, and I was like, what the fuck? And the next thing I see is that it's Vic. And it was about that stream from the other day, and I was like, "What the hell, man? This is crazy." And then I kind of jumped on, and I was a little hot about it, and I jumped on Vic's, and I was like, "Hey, who reported OG stream or some shit?" I don't know what I said, and Vic's like, "Well, I'm going to get into that," and he did. He basically said he didn't.
I saw that.
Yeah, he didn't know.
It was awesome. So. Well, no, I agree with Vic. The flagging is dumb. I will say this, right? Because I see that people on this side, like TVT says, own it, OG, and how I'm sorry, I don't believe you guys were watching his stream. You don't. People like you are the problem. You don't pay attention. You hear and see what you want to see. It took 30 minutes before we started even restreaming his shit. He did a 20-minute crash out bitching about it. But within 5 minutes of the fucking beginning of the crash out, he had already banned me. It's people with your attitude is why this shit is happening. Because the stuff with RLM that happened. It seems like it's coming from one side.
This is not OG stream. This is my stream. And I don't like you. So you will not be up. Sorry.
But and I'm not trying to be rude or mean to people, especially given the situation.
Well, honestly, look, I'm going to be honest. So TVT can be a little gruff, but he's a good dude. So, just everybody kind of,
Well, that's the issue, right? Because we have a lot of these attitudes going on, and now there's been 2 flaggings related to this side. Yes. The flagging that happened with RLM, where we don't know who did it.
Yes.
But it happened when she was speaking to Speakeasy, and now mine when me and Vic had a problem. Then Emmett wanted to evacuate the Palestine News Network or Palestinian News Network because he said he didn't want a flagging war.
Yeah, he was telling me that he thinks this is going to escalate.
Well, I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't know if it should or shouldn't, because it seems like it's one. It seems like it's two. It seems like it's one-sided. It seems like it's one-sided.
The problem is you guys are all on the same fucking side. You call out degeneracy as much as Vic does. You guys the only difference is, to be honest, This is what's driving me fucking nuts. That all of you fuckers ought to be friends. And maybe you don't agree on.
I agree. No, I agree. I agree.
Maybe, you know, and maybe you shouldn't agree on every little thing. I don't think that people should agree on every little thing. But you and Vic ought to get along like brothers. You guys are basically the same dude, in my opinion. Okay. I think that you probably smoke more pot than he does. And but that's fine. And, you know, he probably shoots less guns than you do. So, I mean, it's, tit for tat. But I don't know why everyone has to be at each other's throats, because honestly, we got fucking liberals to take care of, you cocksuckers.
I don't disagree. But I'm going to react when someone is shitting on me, and then their audience comes over and says, I'm gonna flag you, and then I get flagged 20 minutes later.
That is fucked up. If somebody literally in your chat said, I'm gonna flag you, I can't even tell you how fucked up that is.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And that's the thing. I'm like, how many times are we going to have to see from the side that, like, the speakeasy, Vic, and all that side? How many times are we going to have to get flagged and have this happen? Like, it's all fun and games. It's all funny, but
I mean, let's gnaw this right down to the bone, right? Like when you and I had a problem, right? Where you thought that we would have a problem because of the Jess White thing, right? Mm-hmm. You did the right thing. You waited until I came onto your show and you said, hey, I want to talk to you about this right now, right up front. Let's get this settled. I told you what my viewpoint was, and you said, okay, and off we went. No big deal. I guess I find it very problematic where people's heads are right now.
Well, the whole show us, the whole give me an exact timestamp, go back and give me that stuff. It annoys the fuck out of me, because me and Vic talked about it in his comment section. I'm like, bro, if you can't have a modicum of responsibility,
yeah.
I mean, that annoys me. Go watch it on the video. I literally pulled it up where somebody in there, people were bitching about us watching Vic, and then somebody went in there and said, I'm going to flag you.
Yeah. So, Uncle Guns, man, I don't disagree with you, but it's not just the men. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to get into a bunch of this shit, but it's not just the men. It's a creator thing that just seems to be happening, where creators who ought be working together against the leftist, against the actual degenerates, against the actual atheists that want to tear apart Christianity and all of these things. I think the people we ought actually be concerned with, we're not engaging with. I have my opinion on that. Instead, we're infighting amongst each other for no damn good reason that I can see. Right? Like I understand. Look, OG did something he thought was funny. It pissed Vic off. Vic, got pissed at OG. They had a little kerfluffle. Somehow OG gets his, he gets reported and his stream taken down. His channel is down for like 48 hours, and that's going to suck. And I think, one of the first things I was told by Andrew when I came into this space was no reporting streams. No family, no kids. Don't do any of that shit. It is absolutely girl shit. And Sarah being the girl in the chat saying that is fucked up. So, but anyway, I'm sorry. I digress. Yeah.
Well, the thing is too, people, when people are asking for evidence, they act ignorant, and to me, it seems bad faith. You want me to show so you can hold accountable. y'all pretend like people don't use sock accounts on the internet. You think somebody's going to go in there with their real account and make that threat
Well,
when
look,
they?
I'm less concerned about, look, if somebody made a threat, I don't give a shit who it was. Everybody ought to be condemning that shit. Like everybody. Like I don't care who it is. That's a low down, dirty piece of shit. And everybody
Yeah,
ought to be saying the same thing. Like
yeah.
nobody.
I'm happy with the outcome. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't know. I'm starting to notice a pattern. We've had it happen 2 times,
Yeah, I got it. I understand.
and we see where it's coming from. And then and Vic did the right thing. He condemned it. He told them to go f themselves. I mean, you can't he can't control his audience.
What? But look, hey, fairness. Nobody can control their audience.
No, that wasn't an attack on him. Yeah, nobody can control their
Yeah,
audience.
nobody can control their audience, and even people who aren't part of your audience that just want to fuck shit up and are just looking for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't do. I mean, so I'm less concerned with the problem with the flagging. To me is, the react more the to me it's more the reaction to the flagging. Does that make sense? Because so here's the deal: if you and I are feuding, and your account if you and I have a kerfluffle, and the very night that you and I are kind of at odds, your channel gets taken down. If you call me a low down motherfucker for taking your channel down, I would be like, bro, I didn't do that. I can understand why you think I did, because you and I were having we were in a tiff, but I didn't do it and I wouldn't do it. Right.
Well, let me pull that Crucible surprise, right? Let me do some of the word games. I didn't specifically ever accuse Vic of taking my channel down.
Right. I know you didn't.
I didn't accuse anybody. In fact, I went and finished doing, the grown up things I wanted to go do when that happened.
Yeah. I mean, the problem that I have is, of course, I was out of pocket. I went out to dinner last night with my wife for my birthday, and so I don't know. I got nothing. Right? So I'm not saying. Look, and OG, that I'm not. I've told you that I don't think that you were 100% in the right here. Right? Nobody's saying that. I don't think somebody just said you're two-faced. I don't think you're two-faced. I think that you admittedly were being a dick.
Yeah, no, absolutely. When I started restreaming, I was being an asshole.
Right.
I had listened to somebody bitch and complain about me for a good minute.
Yeah.
I even with that other sock account that I went in there to try to explain it to him, I even said, okay, guess what tomorrow's content is going to be?
Yeah.
And he just kept going. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. Like, we'll do it tonight.
I don't know who panel verse something is, but they're kind of right. The flagger could have just been an opportunistic watcher enjoying the chat. I doubt it, but could have been. So I just find it interesting, right? Like, I think it's really weird how all of a sudden, and Andrew and I talked about this the other day, right? Like, Andrew, I associate with people that Andrew doesn't like, and we are still friends. He wouldn't, like, if I had Dusty on, he might not raid me, right? He won't raid me anyway because I don't stay up that late. I go to fucking bed. But he wouldn't raid me, right? If I had Dusty on or something like that, because he would, it's just the way it works, right? That there is a little bit of, hey, I'm not going to reward you for having my enemy on, or my, the person I don't like on. I get that. I think that's fair. That's all I'm really concerned with here is, at least some attempt at being fair and reasonable in your assumptions, right?
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Yeah, I like to pride myself. I think I'm pretty reasonable and fair in all things I do, unless of course I'm making fun or joking about you or joking with you. That's kind
Yeah,
of my whole shtick. Is I try to be as fair and reasonable when
sure.
the whole Sarah
I mean, the
and
thing that I'm known for is being
things happen.
absolutely fair in all directions.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
like,
that's kind of my thing.
and me and Flo, and like it's funny because I joke around with Flo how I catch residual hatred from just associating him. I think Flo's a cool dude, right? We do not
Yeah.
always agree. I have pissed him off to the point he went to kick me off his own panel, and he wound up striking Miss Katie down instead as an act of God. God was like, no.
Mhm.
But like me and Flo's have had arguments. The thing is,
I mean,
people
well,
do this.
I mean, Flo and I have a hate relationship, right? So I no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Look, I don't have anything against Flo. I think some of the things he says sometimes is stupid. He thinks some of the things I say is stupid. We leave it at that, right?
I think everybody has their dumbass takes and their crash outs and their stupid shit.
Sure.
And I'm gonna make fun of everybody for it. And feel free to
You know
make
what?
fun of me for it.
I'm gonna give Flow State. I'm gonna give him a kind of a prop here. When all of the stuff went down and Flo was making videos about Andrew and Rob and all of that, that was when I was doing my event in November in Nashville, and I checked with Andrew and said, "Hey, is going to be a problem with if Flo's there?" He said, "No." I said, "Okay." I told Flo, "It's not a problem if you're there. Andrew's cool. You guys just don't start any shit, right?" Flo's like, "Yeah, cool." And then as time went on, Flo's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to cause you that drama." He's like, he like did in my opinion, he did the right thing and said, "Yeah, I'm just not gonna look. I don't want to ruin your event. I don't want there to be. I want to minimize the risk of there being any kind of drama or anything like that. All of this stuff is going on, and he didn't show up. And he could have. I invited him. I told him it wouldn't be a big deal, but out of respect, he didn't. And I think that's character. Do I disagree with him on 90? Well, not. Do I disagree with a large percentage of the things he says? Yeah, absolutely. But that doesn't mean that I dislike the guy. I think I like the guy, man. I think if he like, you know, changed a couple of things, we'd be really good friends. So, um, and he didn't have to do any of that shit. He could have showed up, you know, and yeah. I mean, he did he's done, I told him, I said, look, you can come on my channel. We can talk all those things, but you can't say anything about Andrew. If you start, just don't do don't pull any of that shit. And he's respected at 100%.
Yeah, I mean, like the only time Flo doesn't break any rules or doesn't like the only time Flo does any wild shit is when it's his own panel or when it's his own shit.
Yeah.
He pretty
When it's
much is
not
respectable.
right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's, again, I disagree with a lot of things he says. I made it very clear to him when all of the Andrew, Sarah, Dusty stuff went down. I'm Team Andrew 100%. I'm not going to waver on that. I didn't want to hear, I didn't need to hear any of his nonsense about Andrew or Rob, and he's been very cool about it. And that's honestly the way I would expect any friend to react, right? Okay, I understand you guys are having a tiff. I don't want to be part of that. So
Yeah, that's completely fair. Um, of course, most of the content creators are going to try to give their take and have what they say, and there's going to be people that are chatters that are panelists that don't really have
sure,
channels, and they're going to want to give their opinion. It's just like that. That's fine, and I have discussions. I don't do debates. I sit around. I have chill spots. I like to think that's why
yeah,
people come because they like to talk about current events or funny shit. So
yeah. Yeah, Douglas says we are aware of the rules when we show up to a panel. That's true, and I try to make my rules very reasonable, even though I am an unreasonable man. So, Rude Cunt Crab says respect is a strong word. I accept everyone. I respect maybe 6 of you. Fair. That's fair. I like that. I like that. I do, and I accept everybody. I don't give. Speakeasy could come in right now, and we could have an actual civil conversation.
I don't know.
Hey, Avarice is in the house. Avarice, I'm going to drop you a link too, man. I like you. You're cool. Let me find Avarice.
I think that I don't think I would be capable of that because I get real ignorant around people like speakeasy.
You know, the thing
That's
is,
a fault of mine.
Look, a man's got to know his limitations, right? And if you know that, hey, if I'm around this person, I'm going to say some stupid shit, then just don't fucking go there, right? Like, just don't do that.
Exactly.
It's pretty easy, exactly. Right?
That's how I was surprised he popped up on my channel on Speakeasy, because he was in the back when Andrew was there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's only like probably 2 or 3 people that I just would not put up. I got you, Avarice, man. That's cool. It's all good, brother. All good, my man. I'm glad you're here, Avarice. Avarice thought I was mad at him, and I absolutely was not mad at Avarice. For anyone that is kind of confused by that, the reason that Andrew was on OGs is because RLM, who is not here, by the way, for some reason thought that Avarice had gotten her stream reported, which he may have, but he didn't do it intentionally. He and I had a discussion today. I 100% believe him. He is not. That's not his MO. He's not that guy. And if he took advantage of a situation, and that was offered, and that was it. So, how could you ever be mad with Avarice? I mean, I have been. I have been mad at him. So, and he hates Maryland for some reason. I don't know why. So, there you go. But OG man, I don't think anybody was really up. I mean, I wasn't upset with you. I wasn't upset with Vic. I'm upset with the situation because I think it's bullshit. You understand? Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, I absolutely agree. I'm not mad at Vic. I did want to have a conversation with him.
It's interesting because Flow State likes Vic's content and likes him. He thinks he's funny. He thinks he's cool. Mrs. Flow has a subscription to Vic, and I think it's hilarious that Vic has such a problem with a guy that actually likes his content and is in good, is being genuine when he says, "Hey, I like that guy," right? It's very interesting. And the same thing, I think you like Vic's content. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's very interesting. TV says Maryland is the community blasphemer. That's true. It's true. It's true. But I don't hate her for it. I feel sad a little bit, but I can't hate. I mean, it's not, the lost are the lost, right? So anyway, you wouldn't say you think he's cool. Yeah, don't lie. Douglas, I have no idea why everybody was pissed at me. Probably because I was kind of going at Vic a little bit. I didn't think I was. I think it came off like that. But fuck those guys. Like seriously. Like I'm just either you want to be cool and you want to be a part of something, and you want to like I have bigger fish to fry. They're fucking leftists everywhere. Yeah, I get that, TVT. I get that. So, yeah. Also, look, my man Douglas, here's the thing, buddy. I don't condemn Sarah to the depths of hell just because she went at Andrew. I dislike a lot that she has filed the lawsuit or whatever against Andrew. I dislike a lot the way that she has how she's acted with Dusty. I think that, I don't really know where to go with that. It's none of my business really. I just don't, just stay out of it. There's just some behavior there that I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. Do I think Sarah's a raving lunatic bitch? No. I don't think so. Oh, what's up, Josh? How are you? I don't think Sarah's a raving lunatic bitch. I think she can be. I don't think she is. And I don't have anything against her other than, she kind of went at Andrew, right? But that's Andrew and her. I'm not getting in the middle of that shit. Anson, she will never be your next ex-wife. TVT, I don't disagree with you, but it's, and that's basically all I would say. If I were going to say anything, is with any of this stuff is like, hey, you need to, that's between you and your God. I'm not that guy. Same thing with Dusty, right? Like I don't have anything against Dusty. I think some of the shit that he's done and said is kind of fucked up. But I've got a lot of friends over the years that have done some shit that's kind of fucked up. So, that doesn't make them less of a good human, especially when they're going after leftists and when they're relatively conservative or ghastly libertarians. At least they're not leftist. Besides, I like to argue with Flo because it's hilarious. He gets in his feels like a lot. Disavow all reporters, especially Woodward and Bernstein. Fair enough, Wally. Fair enough. Wally, would you like the link and you want to come up and hang out for a little bit? That'd be cool. I like Wally.
Grit. I'm gonna bounce. Thank you for having me.
Bounce? I mean, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the things you said. I'm sorry about your channel, dude. I've been there. I got reported once, and I've been reported many, many times since then. There's a tactic that these low-life motherfuckers use, and I have zero tolerance and zero respect for any of that shit. And I think that there's you need to get right with God if that's the shit that you're doing. So.
Yeah. I appreciate you. I appreciate you getting Andrew over there. I appreciate you coming up and talking to me whenever we have panels. It means a lot. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know that I don't restream or anything. When I come on to somebody's panel, it's just me and them, man. Like I'm not doing that for me. Right.
Well, I mean, it's awesome because I definitely want to be a place where people can come and have discussions, be a middle ground for the tribal areas. I don't mind mixing and mingling, and I don't take sides. Mm-hmm. I see right and wrong. I call it how I see it, and that's just how I am. But thanks for coming up. Thank you for helping me in the advice that you've given me the past few months that you've been coming up.
Yeah, man.
And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.
Yeah, dude. We'll catch you later.
Thank you.
Have a good night, man. Everyone that was OG, you can find him at Orthodox Guy on YouTube. He's a cool dude. Go check him out. Don't report his channel. Don't be a dick. We've got Anson in the dark.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah, I'm making some adjustments. Hold on, I don't know if I got the right microphone set.
Yeah, TVT is right. Don't report people. It's uber gay. How the hell are you, Anson? Oh, almost had a picture there. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, please remember that this show is supported by my wallet. And if you would like to help out, that's awesome. You can wander over to gunprattle.net and peruse the generously priced items there. We will be adding more. You can also contribute with super chats or anything else. And that is the limit of the grifting that I do. I know I suck at it. Dusty is much better at the grift. The OG Vic fight was going to be added to the July 4 Brawl extravaganza. I'm not aware of this panel, whatever guy. Help me out. Let me know what's up. And Mikey Balls is up in the house and says, "Why are you gay? Why are you gay?" That's right. Get yourself my hat and claim that I sponsor the stream. Is that better? Did Sarah leave? Did we upset Sarah and she left? Why are you gay? Anson Knowles, ladies and gentlemen, Anson Knowles. There you go. Dusty scared her off. No, I doubt that. I doubt that very much. Is that a song? Sarah. All right. All right. Who else? Does anybody want to come up and chat? Oh, it's a callback to the fight OG and Speakeasy are supposed to have. It's true. It's true. I heard that Speakeasy might be coming to Dallas, though. That'd be cool. Sarah or Wi-Fi? I don't know who Wi-Fi is. I don't know who that is. So the question, gentlemen and ladies, if there are any left, is it possible for me to like someone and have them consider them a friend, a part of my community, if you will, and not like the things that they do? For example, I don't agree or like Dusty's take on my friend Andrew. However, Dusty has proven himself over and over again to be an honorable person, an honorable human being who does what he says he's going to do. He went to the skating rink. Aw, what a dad. What a dad, ladies and gentlemen. What a look at this powdered Dusty sitting over here. Look at that. He's sitting out there going to the skating rink with his daughters. What a dude. What a studly dude. What's up, Namaste? Good to you. Good to see you. You went with Katie? Even better. Hanson's online ex-wife proposal probably scared her off. Probably. If anybody would like to come up and chat, that is perfectly okay with me. Just let me know and I will get you the link. I know. It's hard. It's a hard act to follow, but that's okay. That's funny. She's a way better skater than you. When I was in high school, my freshman year of high school, I worked at the skating rink part time, and that was awesome. I was like in the best shape of my life because I skated like I don't know, like 20 hours a week or some shit. It was crazy. I did this whole speed skating team and all that shit. It was awesome. And then I worked at the movie theaters too. So I had all of the really cool kid college and high school jobs. Although technically, I guess most of high school I didn't have a job because I was in military school. But when I got out, it was cool. So I can dislike someone and think stupid, bad decisions. That's called marriage. That's true. Marriage and shopping. Yeah, that's awesome. You bet Dusty's smooth on his skates. He probably is. Smoking Spaceman says that I know his stance. He's on no one's side because no one's on his side, yet you can find him all over this thing we call the panelverse. But I don't have a panel. At best, I have a couple of guests here and there. Rude can come up if he likes. He hasn't been up on my channel in a while. Adorable Life Optics. Sure. Good deal. Ahimsa, would you like to come? I forgot Ahimsa was in the house. Ahimsa, if you would like to come up, you're welcome to come up. Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, like it's one thing to, it's one thing to confront someone on their bad choices, right? Like it's one thing if I see, and I do this all the time. If I see somebody making a bad decision, I'll say, "Hey, what are you doing? Don't do that." Or worse, I'll say much worse than that. And it's but that doesn't mean that I hate that person. I might hate the situation they're in. I think the fact that my flag is not centered really upset Sarah. I'm sorry, but it's a whole background. It's all that's not a picture though. It's like real stuff. Call out women for bad decisions all day long at work. I come here to party. Fair enough. I don't think I've ever had Namaste up on panel. I've had Ahimsa up here before, but I don't think I've had Namaste up before. Red light, green light. I don't know, Dusty. Who won red light, green light? The cops? Did you get a ticket? Are you telling me you got a ticket? Anson is back, and it looks like he got his camera working. What's up?
All right. Now, hopefully this is it. I may have to mess with one. Nope, I got it. All right, everything's good. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, actually.
Yeah, good. Good. Yeah, I've been watching you complain about a whole lot of shit that I know nothing about because I don't go around channels that have drama anymore. I don't even get near that shit. I've adopted a policy of every time somebody in a chat says something that even moderately annoys me, I just block them, right? I blocked like 250 people.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. I don't even fuck with it anymore. It's not worth my time, man. Life's too short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like that. I like that approach. No, so here's the thing. So like I consider like OG. He's not really a drama channel, right? Like he's a chill out and bullshit channel about nothing. You can just chill out and bullshit about nothing for like 4 hours, and it's just cool. I just really don't. He's just really not what I would consider a drama channel. And the other day was like kind of like an aberration, because he had this woman come on that was talking about how her channel had gotten a strike after some certain people came on, and there was Andrew was in kind of like tangentially involved, right? And she's supposedly a big Andrew fan, and just really been a huge fan forever and all this. And so I actually reached out to Andrew. I'm like, hey, if you got a few minutes, why don't you come on and just address this? And he did. And I thought it was a cool show. I thought it was great. There was a little tiny bit of drama. There was just enough drama to make it interesting, but it wasn't over the top. And, it was really, it was really just, I thought it was cool. Right. And Dusty was there, and Andrew and Dusty didn't go at it or anything. Everybody was cool with each other. It was just a really simple thing. Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think that there would be any repercussions like this. And basically what seems to have happened is that everybody wore their skirts last night and got pissy, and the end result is OG's channel got reported and taken down for probably 48 hours. And it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but fuck, that whole sphere you're talking about, you say it's not drama, but I'd say like most of the channels you interact with, like I can't fucking stand them. They're all fucking drama. Like when I cut all that out of, well, like Vic and OG, I consider those drama channels. Like pretty much if you're not.
The thing is like I don't really go to Vic's channel that much because I don't have time to watch other. I
consider Andrew Wilson a drama channel.
I know you do. I don't really have time to watch other content creators that much. And so like I only go to Vic's occasionally when it's just like he happens to be on and I have some free time. And I've enjoyed his, like he is a great review channel. I mean, he's really good at it. Like he's funny, he's got good takes. I think that I like watching his stuff, right? Like I have a good time watching it.
Yeah.
And I was shocked this morning. Like it was wrong, right? It was just a weird deal. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's all over my head. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
my vagina hasn't bled enough for me to be able to understand what y'all are talking about.
I get that, which is weird because I had the same reaction. I was like, why has everybody all of a sudden got a bleeding vagina?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get it. But I do know that your chat's on fire tonight, bro. Like you got everybody in there. You got Ahimsa, you got Flow State, aka the Powered Musty. You got Smoking Spaceman. You know what I'm saying? Like
I know.
Like Envoy
Angel Berber is back. I haven't seen Angel Berber in a while.
That's what I was about to say. Envoy of Justice / Angel Berber, man. Like he's awesome. Like he's a fucking awesome dude, man.
Yeah. Is Anson trimming his bonsai tree or something? No, he's typing. He just types loudly, but it does look like he's wearing his hippie hat from the 1960s.
Actually, this is tie-dye. If you saw it in real life, it's tie-dye. Yeah, I wore that today.
Yeah, he's a hippie guy tonight.
No, just in general. Like I've always been kind of a hippie guy.
No, you're not a hippie.
Yeah, I kind of am. Like there was a distinct, very long period of
Mises. You read Mises. You can't be a hippies.
Yeah,
don't
you
read.
can. Yeah, Mises was all about like the anti-war, like establishment,
but hippies don't read Mises.
anti-authoritarianism. He was like
hippies don't read, bro.
he was the OG anti-fascist, man.
You can't be a hippie, man. They can't read, and and you bathe. They don't.
Yeah, but no. Have you ever actually like talk? Well, you're old enough. You probably knew some of the real hippies. Like I've talked to plenty of them. I mean, some of them showered. They weren't all the same. I mean, it's not a monolith. Some of them knew how to read.
Yeah. Some of them were almost functioning humans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, man. Whatever. And plus, there's a war, right? So I get to fulfill my true self, which is like anti-war Anson. So I get to do anti-war political activism and protest.
That makes way more sense now.
That's my true self, right?
That's your jam, huh?
Yeah, that's it, man. That was the first political thing I did as an adult was an anti-war protest.
Really?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I care about the most in terms of politics. It's the greatest expression of the totalitarian state. It's everything that disgusts me.
Namaste says, I tried really hard to be a stoner because everyone told me that was the cure, but I can't like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Who is Panelverse cope? Who's coping in the Panelverse? I don't know. It seems like I should know that user, that viewer, but I do not know.
I don't see them in my chat. So obviously, at one point in time, I blocked them. So,
damn, son, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. So, what have you had going on, Anson? It's been a minute. What's been up?
Oh shit! No, I got some dogs. That's probably the biggest thing that I've done.
Okay.
They're puppies. They're about 3 months old. Let's see. What else? I don't know, man. I just been like, it's the individual tax season just ended, so my work in terms of like that's starting to calm down a little bit. And
your work pretty much wrapped up yesterday.
Well, sort of. I mean, I don't do like the normal filing season stuff, but the estimates for the extensions were done. We can't do our tax returns at a normal time.
Panelverse Cope says you block, you lose.
Yeah, apparently, I block, I win is the way.
That's a really great screen name, Panelverse Cope.
Yeah,
keep coping, Panelverse. Keep coping. You block, you lose. That is true, though.
Yeah, I was talking to Emmett today. I got on Wally's channel. I hadn't been on Wally's channel in like a year.
I didn't know Wally was still streaming.
Yeah,
I've been too busy lately.
Yeah,
no,
but yeah, I got on his channel. Emmett got up there with me, and he was telling me he thought I was mad at him or something. And then I told him I had him blocked too because he annoyed me one time, so I blocked him because that's my rule, right? Yeah, and he got a little upset about that, but then he got over it because he realized that it wasn't personal. My rule is just if you even annoy me slightly, you get blocked. So yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, and if you're a libtard, you get blocked too. You're fucking liberal, you get blocked.
I haven't had a good debate in weeks.
Well, let's debate, man. Get somebody up here to moderate, and I'll just rip you a new asshole and embarrass you. Something that stupid Trump guy you keep like carrying his water, washing his balls and shit.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Trump. You wash his balls all the time.
I don't wash his balls all the
time. Yeah, you like fucking.
He's got professionals to ball wash him.
Yeah. Okay.
You just can't. The thing is that you just can't admit that he's winning. You just can't do it.
He is winning. No, I admit it. He's winning at being a bigger fuck up than Joe Biden. That's what he's winning at. He's going to be. Look. Joe Biden fucked up withdrawing out of Afghanistan. Trump's going to fuck up like all of our bases in the Middle East. That's what he's done. Every one of our bases in the Middle East has been fucked because of Donald Trump. Like his pullout of the entire Middle East will make what Joe Biden did look like nothing.
No, I disagree with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's He's fucked up Iran so bad. It's really funny. Is this Anson that is no, that's Ashton. Namaste, Ashton. That's a totally different dude.
Yeah, I've been on a panel with you before. Namaste, I think, or whatever. I've seen you around.
Yeah.
Or maybe I have you. No, I don't see you. You're blocked too. Sorry, Namaste. You've annoyed the shit out of me. You've been liberal or something. So yeah, you don't get to talk to me.
She's
in
a
chat.
woman, so
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's even worse. Yeah.
She says thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I should thank you for blocking her.
Yeah.
That's funny. Major disagree there. Angel Berber, which part? Angel Berber, you're welcome to come up too. You haven't been on you have not come up in like a year.
Yes, maybe it's been longer. I can't remember. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time since he's been up on the stage. But he was really smart when he did come up.
Yeah, he makes a lot of sense and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you should learn from that.
Yeah, man. I used to make sense, but then I stopped giving a fuck, right? Because
Yeah,
I mean,
that's like it's been weird. Like you were all like normal about the bases. Yeah, I agree with it. Hey, if you'd like to come up, Angel Berber, you're welcome to. You haven't been on in like a year, so.
Yeah, the Fifth Fleet.
Been reading the Al Jazeera news, and only the Al Jazeera news, nothing else.
The Fifth Fleet base in Bahrain is like completely leveled. It's fucked. There's several of the bases that we have in the Gulf states that are close to Iran on the other side of the Gulf that all got fucked by all of their missiles and their drones, and it's not being covered by our media. Just because we suffer from the same censorship regime as all of the other, major powers, where we don't get information, just like they prevent their populace from getting information. We're not special. Do you not remember what they did in the Iran war, like all that WikiLeaks stuff, where they basically got embarrassed?
Which Iranian war?
Yeah, exactly. No, not Iranian war. The Iraqi war.
You
remember in the Iraqi war?
There were three of those.
Yeah, well, the one that happened in the mid 2000s, where they were hiding like information about civilian deaths and a bunch of information, and then WikiLeaks came along and like embarrassed the fuck out of George W. Bush with their data drops. You don't remember that? That's how Julian Assange became famous.
There were a couple of different things. Man, I was like in the middle of a train of thought, and you.
Yeah, Julian Assange. He was the guy that became famous by embarrassing the Bush administration.
Yeah, but wasn't Assad wrong about most of that?
Assange? No, it was all data from. It was all data that was basically leaked information that he put out there. Basically,
it was leaked information, but it was inaccurate leaked information.
No, it was all accurate.
By the way, guys, Angel Berber is Envoy of Justice. I just remember his original name, and I just call him that.
Yeah.
So, it would be great if he would jump up. He's a really intelligent human being.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Actually, I think Anson and Angel Berber came up basically the same time, a lot back when I was starting out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Uncle Guns. So the base, most of the bases that Anson is talking about are bases that are not deserted, but they're unmaintained. They're not unmanned bases. We just have them there because we at one point in time used them, and they're not protected at all, so they're very easy to bomb. But the ones that we have actual people at, those have gotten very little damage. So,
yeah, it's been fun watching Iran embarrass the United States, but it's kind of mind numbing how like most of the American populace isn't aware of it because they watch fucking like Fox News and shit, so they're like all programmed.
It's really interesting to me. Actually, I'm going to give you this one nugget. It's really interesting to me how easily the public is led astray right now. I literally watched a news article day before yesterday, about how some helicopter had been shot down, and they made it sound like that it was full of troops, and it had been shot down by who the fuck ever. And it wasn't shot down. First of all, it wasn't shot down at all. It like had a mechanical failure, and they had to set down somewhere or some bullshit. And like, our news is ridiculous right now. Like, it's insane. Do you remember when we used to when the Sun, like, you could go and read which is a UK paper, you could read the Sun, and there was another UK paper, I can't remember what it's called, but you could read those two, and they were like actual reporting of actual things with actual numbers, and you could really take them seriously. And then all of a sudden, or not all of a sudden, I guess over time, it just sort of warped to where you can't believe anything written in the Sun at all. Like, it's so tightly state controlled by the Muslims that they're making shit up.
Yeah. No. Well, so it's kind of interesting, the dynamic in the Middle East, because all those artificial governments that were, basically invented by the British in the Arabian Peninsula, they're what is it? Governing in opposition to the will of their population, because their population hates Israel, right? But the governments there don't really care. They just want to keep the money flowing, right? Because they're all greedy materialists. And so actually, like if
you're a greedy materialist, why are you throwing rocks?
Okay, well, so yeah, but the Iranians aren't, man. The Iranians are
the worst.
No, they're a theocracy style government. They're not the same style.
Theocracy style government where the Ayatollah drives around in a Lamborghini. Shut up,
so
come on.
And so look,
get out of here with that.
Calm down, Grid. It's all right, man. They have a superior form of government. It's okay.
They do not have a superior.
They do. They have actual family values, right? They know how to keep women in their place. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that part, they're almost right. They go a little too far with it, but they're almost right.
Yeah.
That WRA ended decades ago. That war ended decades. That's true. That burp was Arabian semen. That's funny. Were they drowning? Oh, that's funny as shit. Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, direct from Dallas, Texas, USA. Average.
They were drowning in Anson's throat.
Who still does not actually own a firearm. Those are fake. Those are fake firearms in his background. He is a liar. Liar. Fake. Fake. You're also muted for some reason. Why are you muted?
Yeah, his wife's yelling at him in Filipino.
Yeah,
she's like, yeah, he deserves it.
Hey, he's gone again. He's gone. I scared him.
Yeah, he was afraid to engage with me in a war debate.
First Iraq war, when we wore the T-shirts, it says I'd fly 15,000 miles to smoke a camel, and it had the F-14 Tomcat blowing up. Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
The first one, like in what, 91, 92?
Yeah, 91.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Anson, I understand that you just have to troll the whole war, but where you at really on the what's going on right now, like in Congress, where the House barely gets anything approved, and it just seems like we're getting into that situation again where we're in deadlock.
Yeah.
Where the courts, basically Congress is offloading their responsibilities to the courts and the executive branch.
What I'm seeing
about it.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is that the Democrats are trying to demonstrate to the Republicans what it looks like to be an effective minority, because the Republicans fucking suck at it, to be honest with you. When they're the minority, they let the majority get what they want. But right now, the Democrats are saying, no, you're not passing budgets, right? You're not getting the little things that you want. We're going to be a pain in your ass. When the Republicans are the minority, they just bend over and get fucked by the Democrats, right? So
the problem is something that's always been true is that all of the Democrats will vote together along party lines and they very rarely break rank. Whereas for some stupid ass reason, we keep electing milquetoast fucking Republicans in name only that lean more left than they do anywhere close to right. And then we, of course, when push comes to shove, they vote left.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but it's guaranteed that no matter which party wins, both parties are Israel first, right? So if for example,
not that you weren't gay anymore, you got to go.
When the Democrats win in a supermajority, we'll still have whatever Israel wants because they own the left and the right in this country. So it's the uniparty behind Israel. So fuck the average American. That's all it is.
At least you're on the right track. That it's the average.
Go ahead, Tyler. You need to turn your mic up a little bit. Anson,
Fucking
can you go
sound
ahead and
difficulties.
wipe that Israeli semen off of your beard for us?
No, that's Arabic semen he's got there. He wants to be the goat. They call him the goat, and it's not the greatest of all time. Well, maybe the greatest of all time at throating Arabic cock.
Ow, that stings.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not much there of substance to take down. This was a complete devastation of a supposed world power that's 10 times the size of Israel that gives to our political system at a rate of like 30 times more than Israel does. They should control public opinion. They don't because they suck.
Let me ask something, Tyler. You've been watching the war, I'm sure, and all of this.
Every day.
Do you think that what's your outlook on where China is at on all of this? Because it seems like I'm going to keep my mouth shut. What do you think?
So China right now, it seems to be the one putting pressure on Iran to come to some sort of deal. With the blockade going on right now, people thought they were going to blockade the entire Strait of Hormuz. So he's calling that he's going to open up the strait and do a blockade in the same day. And they're like, oh, Trump is losing his mind. Turns out the blockade was only Iranian ports, like they announced in the beginning of it, and nobody listened. So they've been blocking Iranian ports. 8 vessels tried to come out. They blocked them on the first day. The second day, they seized an oil tanker. China is like, look, we need that fucking oil. Come to the table right fucking now. Get that strait open. That's hurting us way more than it's hurting the United States. Europe, too. So you remember, under Joe Biden.
And Putin's pulling troops out of the place that I can't fucking pronounce. It starts with a B.
Yeah, so under Joe Biden, we saw inflation due to COVID, and everyone's like, Joe Biden actually is doing a good job right now because if you look at all the other G7 nations, we have less inflation than they do. Well, if you look at all the fucking other G7 nations right now, we got less inflation than them too because of the oil spike. So I guess Trump's doing a fucking good job too by that metric. But really, at the end of the day, we're taking out the largest destabilizing force in the world. Going to make world trade even more higher in consumer confidence. We'll get even more of it. It'll be cheaper. Everyone's happy, especially Israel, our leaders.
Anson's up there. He's got hang on. He's going to dive off screen and get a fresh upload from Candace Owens.
Candace? No, I don't watch her. Why would I watch Candace? She sucks.
She sucks?
Yeah, Candace dude, that bitch is crazy, man. Have you not watched her show? She's like fucking off the rails and shit.
She is goddamn insane is what she is.
All right, so fucking hot, dude. I want to fuck her so bad.
Honestly, though, like, who would listen to a woman, really? Who gets
I know, right?
To a fucking woman?
Yeah, I mean, there is something to that. I mean, never mind. So it's interesting. It's interesting, ADE, that you pretty much echo, kind of what I was saying. But the Russians are pulling troops out of the whatever boy shack or whatever the fuck it is. The
boy shack.
The boys shack. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where Anson's been hanging out with his Arabic leaders.
Yeah, and you got China pulling back, and not only are they pulling back, they're also like you are right. They are putting a ton of pressure on what remains of the leadership of Iran to get to the table, get those damn Houthi rebels and the Hezbollah and all those other fuckers under their thumb, and get a deal done and get it done quick, because as I said a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if you watched that show, Trump has figured out that it's not who owns the oil or owns the production. It's who can keep it from going where, like who controls the flow of that oil around the world. And he absolutely understands that that's the actual currency.
Yeah.
And he has set us up that the United States is in control of it. It doesn't fucking move if we don't say it can. Venezuela, nothing moves if we don't say it can. Everywhere, it's all the same.
I think you got it reversed, Grid.
Stand by. Panel verse Cope. It was great to see you. I wish I knew who you were. You made some great comments tonight. Have a great evening and enjoy the rest of your time on the internets tonight. If you're wandering over to speakeasies, ladies and gentlemen, to engage in some debate, just try and have a good time. So there you go. Good night to you too, TVT. But anyway, so it's an interesting deal with. I honestly don't think that most people have grasped how much of a stranglehold that Trump has engineered that the U.S. controls, and it's very interesting to me that people don't really understand it still.
It's true. Also, to your point about them rushing to a deal, so Iran raised a big stink about Israel putting off bombs in Lebanon. So Lebanon right now, they just had their first meeting at the White House under, Rubio. They both had delegates going, but they're discussing cleaning up the region. They just made it illegal 3 months ago to be in Hezbollah as a Lebanese citizen. You're no longer allowed to join the group Hezbollah, fly their flag. And for about 6 to 8 months, the treaty they signed with the United States says they're going to be disarming Hezbollah. So the peace deal that Israel just got with the Lebanese government is, if we see you not putting forth a good enough effort to disarm Hezbollah, we're allowed to continue bombing. If Hezbollah shoots at us, we're going to call you up. And if you don't go and take care of the people that shot at us, we're going to continue bombing. And all of that is in accordance with the ceasefire.
No, that's bullshit. Lebanon's been in a state of war with Israel since the 1980s. They have laws that prevent. They have laws that prevent their citizens from doing what was just done. That was all against the law per Lebanese law. So what's going to end up happening is that Israel is basically trying to use the United States to force destabilization in Lebanon and cause a civil war in that country, and cause it to fall apart like Syria did, because Israel thrives when there is destruction in the region, because they are an evil government, and they are the cause of terror in the region, not anybody else.
Hang on, Candace. Let me make a point here. So the first thing is that. The first thing here is that if that were the case, why is the Arab states allying themselves with Israel? Did you ever believe that Saudi Arabia, Jordan, of all places, fucking Kuwait,
Egypt, UAE,
Egypt would ever ally themselves with Israel? I didn't. I had a debate. I actually won a debate against Tyler on that very subject. And it was like, that'll never fucking happen. And yet here it is. It is happening.
And some of those Arab nations that were allied with us are less allied with us, because what's ended up happening is that instead of protecting those nations, what the United States has done is they've moved their protection assets in ways to protect Israel instead of those countries, right? So there are a few Arab states that are more aligned with us. There are a few Arab states that are more aligned with Iran now because of what's happened. So you're painting a rosy picture that isn't entirely true.
That's a Candacism. That's
not
backwards.
the Gulf nations. The Gulf nations are
Those-
attacking
the nations
Iran
that-
right now.
Qatar and Oman are more aligned with Iran now than they
No,
were.
they're not.
Qatar just expelled all their Iranian diplomats and
Yeah.
said they're going to use force to take
They're
over their
literally-
shared oil fields this week.
Qatar sent missiles into Iran.
Yeah, Bahrain had to import foreign security forces to keep their population from revolting against the government, because those governments are dictatorships that are operating in opposition to their population. They are evil governments that we're supporting, like Saddam Hussein, and they ought to be overthrown. They are evil.
Whoa, you said that Iran had the superior government.
They do. Iran does have the superior government. I'm talking about the Arab nations.
They're a dictatorship.
No, they're not a dictatorship. They have elected officials. One of the elected officials is going.
Bahrain.
They have a parliament full of elected people. The part of the people who select. They also have something like a House of Lords. That's a part of the process for selecting who their next monarch is, right?
Yeah, it's all down here. The Shah can overrule all of it.
Yeah,
below him.
Yeah, I know. Just because you disagree with their form of government doesn't make it bad, right? There's nothing inherently virtuous about democracy.
But they're not true. It's not true democracy, because it's the princes rule. It's a monarchy it's a parliamentary monarchy where literally, like, the parliament can say whatever the fuck they want, but the prince will come in and go, no, I don't think so.
You're talking about Iran?
No, I'm talking about Bahrain.
Yeah, Bahrain. Yeah, Bahrain's a monarchy. Yeah, I was talking about Iran.
But you just said the people were trying to overthrow the government.
They are,
Bahrain.
Yeah.
There is no government to overthrow because it's a principality.
Right. They were trying to take the head of the king. Yes.
Yeah, that's not going to work out for them, really.
Yeah, it will eventually.
No.
That's why they had to import foreign security forces to keep the people down, right? And what is a monarch, right? Those are just artificial constructions in the Arab Peninsula that were set up there by Western colonial powers that basically forced these people into fake government units that didn't exist prior to the colonial occupation. And eventually these people are going to get tired of the colonialism and overthrow it.
That's a half-truth. Also, apparently, OG just got demonetized, which sucks nuts. Sorry to hear that, my man. Sorry to hear that. Did they give you a reason for that? But look, no, that's not actually 100% correct. You are partially correct in that the UK and France and maybe Germany wanted stabilization in the region, and so they propped up the strongest of the
crime families.
I was going to say the Bedouins that roamed the desert, but sure, okay, they were all crime families. I'll go with that. They weren't crime. I don't think they were crime families, but I think that certainly there was probably some Alibaba and the 40 Thieves in there. I think there's some that probably happened, but no, I don't think that they were crime families.
Yeah. Well, it's irrelevant. They are governing in opposition to the will of their people, and the things that Iran stands for are more aligned with the population of Arabia than the government of Arabia.
As you often point out, in a monarchy, it doesn't make a fuck what the will of the people is.
Well, that's not entirely true. Just because I support monarchy doesn't mean that I believe that monarchs shouldn't listen to what their people want. You'd be foolish to govern in direct opposition to your people because you want to keep your head.
Yeah, well, apparently in this case, they can eat cake.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't know about Bahrain.
What?
But I know Lebanon, there's a lot of polling data that suggests almost 90% of the country does not want an armed militia that's opposed to their military existing in their country. So most of them are for disarming Hezbollah.
Yeah, the reason why Hezbollah hasn't been disarmed is because the military has come out directly and said that they're not going to do work for Israel.
It's the United States that made that request and
this has been something that Israel's been trying to push on them because they want to destabilize the country. Because there is what you just said is not true. There's a sizable portion that likes having someone actually defend the national sovereignty, which is the only thing that Hezbollah is doing. They're defending the national sovereignty of Lebanon. Israel wants a client state, just like Syria is. They want somebody who is feckless and isn't going to stand up for when Israel commits war crimes and crimes of aggression against the Palestinians that are living in their country, where they're taking their land by force and basically treating them like they're second-class citizens in an apartheid state. Like Hezbollah is doing God's work, killing Jews right now.
Well, all right.
Jesus. That last sentence really that was a stun lock right there. Holy fuck.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a minute to unpack that one.
Well, okay. So again, Hezbollah.
I think it's interesting. And let me just say something.
Yeah.
It's very interesting that a country of less than 10 million people manages to have all of the power that Anson says they do.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how the only reason why they're able to do that is because they're in partnership with us, and they're basically our primary vassal in the region. So if we didn't exist as their primary backer, they wouldn't be able to do what they're doing because their force projection is amplified by us.
So just to throw this out there first off, I'll go backwards, I guess. Israel was founded and accepted in the 1940s by the United Nations, and it was immediately attacked by 6 nations and got no backing and won that war. In fact, gaining land, this is where they took control of where Gaza is in present day.
Hold on. You're bringing facts and rational thought into this discussion, and Anson is not going to have any of that tonight. He's in full Candace Owens mode.
Yeah.
It's all innuendo and bullshit. No, don't be bringing your facts and historical evidence into place here.
The Lebanese government has been in open opposition with Hezbollah. Hezbollah is an enemy force, just like the Houthis are in open conflict with their own government in Yemen. The Hezbollah is in open conflict with their own government in Lebanon. The Lebanese government is working with Israel. They're accepting Israel blowing shit up in their country. They're allowing it to happen. It's been going on for 500 days. This was the last ceasefire deal that they agreed to. They just carried it over and made it a little bit stronger. When Hezbollah they were standing in
okay. So the reality
area.
there.
I don't
so
want
you
to be
just
seen as defending Israel here. I just think that Iran has been such a pain in the dick to everyone in that region for so long.
And they give $700 million to Hezbollah a year. That's why they keep getting brought up. So, but yeah, they were in the Litani River area, which is they had a deal with the UN that was supposed to be an area that nobody did anything in. It was a peaceful area. They went into the Litani River area, started firebombing the top 20% of Israel during a ceasefire, unprovoked, when Israel had just been attacked from the south by Hamas on October 7th. Nobody told Hezbollah to get involved. Nobody said, hey, Hezbollah, you've been attacked. They just started attacking Israel. This is them getting their fucking shit back. Push back right back at it.
Well, right now, the reason why you're having the ceasefire is because Israel's been taking so many losses in southern Lebanon, having a lot of their troops killed and a lot of their equipment destroyed, that they can't handle the occupation. In 2006, when they went into southern Lebanon and tried to occupy the space, they also could not maintain it because they got overextended as a military right now. It's Israel that needs to fuck out, right? They're the one crying for this. They're just pretending like they're not. Both sides are doing this. The first casualty in all war is the truth, right? And so right now,
there is some of that.
Yeah. And so no matter what either one of us say, like, we've both been lied to, right? So all I really care about is that this fucking ends, right? Like, Israel needs to stop killing Palestinians, like, now, and they need to give Iran back its sovereignty. And Hezbollah and all of the other proxies need to be treated with respect, right? And you mentioned the Houthis, right? There's Allah Ansar in Yemen, right? The reason why they're only a faction within that country is because when they actually did their coup, they pretty much controlled the entire government. And then Saudi Arabia decided that they were going to prevent that because they weren't aligned with them. And they started bombing them and prevented them from being the legitimate government that was in that country, right? They had basically done a full coup. Right, so the only reason, and right now they're the faction that controls the largest population center.
Hold on. You're saying that the Houthis could have been the legitimate government?
They were, and then Saudi Arabia started bombing them back in 2014.
Had the numbers to be the legitimate government.
They control the highest population density area in Yemen right now. They are in effect the most powerful faction that is in Yemen.
Just because they have a city under siege doesn't mean that they control it.
Yeah, they do control it. They're the legitimate government there in that specific faction.
I think
it's broken into 4 different segments right now. The country is,
but they don't. They control it because literally they've turned it into a fortress and are holding the citizens.
Well, just like all other governments, they have the monopoly on force in that region, which makes them the de facto government. That's the only thing that makes a government legitimate is if it has the monopoly on force.
I mean, they just don't have the numbers. I mean, they just don't. There's how many of them? There's like, what, 10,000 of them?
I've never heard this argument before, so I got to look it up.
It's a weird argument. I believe him because I think that I'm trying to remember exactly what I read. I remember reading something about how they had basically seized control of a city or two. Because they have enough people there to threaten people, and the people there are unarmed. So, but I don't know. The Houthis need to be just, like, we should have dealt with them when they were shooting things at our boats.
Yeah, I can read
you're muted, Tyler.
I can read your chat, Ahimsa. I didn't block you. So, Smoking Spaceman, you're wrong. I can also read your chat. So,
the Houthi government is claiming to have about 300,000 people in their military, paramilitary, and security forces. They have documented about 250,000 in the Houthis. So the Yemeni government is only slightly bigger than the Houthi army. And the Houthis claim that they have more. That's just all we have documented.
Yeah, I was talking about the population centers that they control and not necessarily the size of the government or the size of the forces.
Yeah,
I did read somewhere that they had attempted to seize the city. I don't know that they're actually in control of it.
Yeah, they're Iranian backed. They're completely Iranian funded and backed. And that's why the Saudis turned around and started backing the Yemeni government. So it's basically just a proxy war between the Sunnis and Shias, like it always is. Just fucking.
Muslims,
I can't say that word.
Shit.
Yeah, Muslims killing Muslims, just like it's always been,
Yeah, it's almost like Israel benefits from that, and that's part of the reason why what your argument before.
Don't we all answer?
No, no. I think we'd be better off aligned with the Shia than we would the Sunni and the Israels.
I pay less for air travel insurance.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We've aligned with Iran several times with Shia proxies in various countries to fight some of these wars. We've gone back and forth fighting alongside proxy forces that are aligned with us, the Sunnis, us and the Shias. Right? We play both sides in that region. It's fucked up the way that we do it.
Yeah, they're both they're both from the same religion. Just because one of them
we
thinks
shouldn't be playing any side. We need to get the fuck out. Like what
the major difference between.
We need to just get Iran to a point where it is not that neighbor with 8 cars up on blocks in the backyard and beating up, sending their kid out to beat up other kids in the neighborhood. We need to get them to where they're like reasonable semblance of order and then get the fuck out.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Iran's the last enemy there. Like the Houthis lose in Yemen, which they took some U.S. bombing for like a couple of months there before we called a little quits on that. If they lose and Iran loses this territory, all those Gulf nations are either in the Abraham Accords already or hopefuls to join them. It's pretty much over. That whole nation, that whole area then agrees on politics. Whether you like their politics or not, that at least ends the fucking conflict.
No,
and Israel's not even going to be part of the enforcement arm. The enforcement arm is going to be
Saudis,
the Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Jordan, and maybe Egypt. There's seven Arab states that are going to be the enforcement arm and take over our job there.
Look! But when the ceasefire ends and the shooting actually happens again next week,
why do you think it's gonna? Why do you think there's gonna be shooting next week?
Well, I mean, the only thing
that have left to shoot with.
They're doing perfectly fine with missiles and stuff. We've barely scratched the surface on their missile cities.
Everybody keeps saying that, and yet they keep sending less and less missiles.
No, because they were preparing for a long, protracted war, and they didn't need to do that. They had already worn down the missile defenses. They had
days when they fired 18, dude.
They had already worn down the missile defenses, and so they didn't have to send as many.
True.
Yeah, it is
18.
true.
They fired 18 in a whole day. A nation of 90 million people fired 18 missiles, and all of them were shot down by Israeli defenses.
No, that's propaganda. That's not true. So
you're listening to a lot of propaganda. You ought not do that. This is crazy town.
No, it's not. It's not crazy town, man. Look. When the United States tries to go in there and do crap again next week because Trump hasn't been humbled yet. Like what's going to end up happening is that
humbled.
Yeah, Trump
Iran in square in the dick.
No, Trump needs to be humbled.
Iran is going to end up being the first trans nation because they've been kicked in the dick so hard.
No, man, no. So
I know. Look,
the United States.
Look.
Iran hasn't done everything that they can do. Right? They've been holding back. They've shown courageous restraint in the face of basically oppression.
They were literally sending everything they had. They were even sending shit that was like 10 years out of date. The rocket fuel doesn't even fucking work. It's so old.
So what's going to end up happening is that they're going to continue to drag this out, and it's going to make the economic problem in the United States and around the globe even more untenable, because they're going to continue blocking the traffic in the Strait of Hormuz as they have been, because we can't get close enough to be able to demine it. All this crap that Trump was saying today about demining is bullshit.
That's not true. We have had the UK and us have had minesweepers in there for 2 weeks. What are you talking about? The ships are moving freely through. The only ships that can't move are the Iranian ships. And that's why China's like putting a shit ton of pressure on Iran right now, saying, hey, dumbass, stop this shit, put an end to it, because we need our oil and you can't get shit out.
Yeah, so what he's showing is Jewish propaganda. So the Jewish propaganda that he's showing on there, because it doesn't reflect reality in the slides. We're showing that, though. It even had the little blue star on the bottom right, so you knew it was Jewish propaganda.
Okay, Candace. Okay. I love this side of Anson. I love this side.
What, the anti-war side? I'll make any argument against an aggressor in war. I think that the United States is objectively more evil than the 1930s German government is right now.
You are going full leftist right now on this. It's pretty entertaining.
I'm not a leftist.
But you are going full leftist on this.
No, I'm not.
I'm always talking about colonizers, imperialism, genocide in Gaza.
Yeah.
Like you're borrowing all their arguments.
Okay, so when the left uses those terms, right, they use them incorrectly at the wrong times to describe historical things that are meant to guilt people, right? I'm talking about the present, where things are actually happening, and they're happening in my government, right? Like, I have no white guilt, right? I don't have guilt about the things that were done 100 years ago.
Yeah, not every subject. I get you.
Yeah. So I'm talking.
Anson, bro, you are. Look, I love you, man, but you're so fucking wrong. You know, the thing is here, when it's not U.S. troops getting attacked, the entire world will lose their mind. Nobody's going to give a shit when it's U.S. troops getting attacked and killed, because that's what they're used to for the last 70 fucking years. But you wait when it's the French, the English, the fucking Baghdadis, the Iranians, the Jordanians, the fucking Egyptians. You wait till their troops are the ones standing on Iran soil and they get fucking hit. The entire world's gonna be like, oh fuck. But that's where it's gonna go, because we're gonna get the fuck out of there. And once we do, it's all, they're gonna be the enforcers, not us. And that's it.
Trump's going to fuck around and find out more because he hasn't been humbled
Trump
yet.
has fucked Iran like it was his ex-wife.
No, he's going to do something stupid, like try and bring troops in there, or bring a ship close enough. Bring a ship close enough for one of their hypersonic missiles. Right, that's what he's going to do.
They are close enough.
No, they're not.
Right
They're between 500 and 1,000 miles off the coast because they don't want to get struck by a missile because they're scared shitless. They had to move their entire fleet out of the Persian Gulf because basically the United States Navy has turned into a bunch of fucking pussies.
That's not true.
It is true.
That is not true.
Yeah, during the open fire session, they were 1,000 miles off the coast.
Here's something that happened. This is factual. So the Ayatollah literally told Trump, "We'll win this war in 2 minutes. We're going to put the Gerald R. Ford on the bottom of the sea. You don't even know the weapons we have."
Yeah.
Bitch. And you know what happened? That motherfucker's dead. He did. He took a missile to the Brainium. And you know who isn't dead? Gerald R. Ford. The Gerald R. Ford crew is still steaming around the ocean at will, doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, which one of the aircraft carriers had a suspicious fire that was called a laundry fire and had to be removed from the theater?
That didn't happen. It went back to Greece and got repaired for like a week, and it's already, I think it's back out now.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a year that they had to be out. Like they stopped in Greece and then they went back for further repairs because of all of the extensive damage.
I thought it was back out. I'll check that.
But basically that's propaganda because that was hit by an Iranian drone, and we lied to our people about it, and now we're pretending like there wasn't one of our ships taken out of the theater by Iranians.
You're saying that the United States Navy are pussies because they're 500 to 1,000 miles out.
They are, yeah.
Iran's supersonic missile,
the Tomahawk cruise missile.
Well, Iran's Khorramshahr 4 can go 2,000 kilometers, which is 1,200 miles. It can hit those ships.
Yeah,
and they say it can go further too. They're saying they can take out U.S. ships right now.
Yeah, so I can explain that. So the reason why the aircraft carrier group is so far out is because there are specific ships in that aircraft carrier group that have anti missiles, right? So there's air defense missiles there, and if they don't stay that distance, then they can get overwhelmed with their larger volume of short range missiles.
Super chat. Anson isn't even sharing. Iran has deployed the giant Robotoller and it's stomping craters into the sand. I thought he was woke on this.
The Robotoller. It's not the Ayatollah, it's the Robotoller. And it's stomping craters into the sand. I thought he was woke on this. Yeah, I got you. When super chat, Wally. Thank you very much for that $5 American.
I like Wally. Wally's a good guy.
That was pretty good. No shit. OG did get demonetized.
Yeah.
It says for inauthentic content. What the fuck does that even mean?
Probably like
he was posing as a straight man.
You can so if you're doing AI content, you can get demonetized because they stopped supporting the monetization of AI content. So that could be what that is.
Oh, he does use a lot of AI, but not as much as some other channels.
Yeah, but I mean that's one of the. You can look up the TOS rules on that.
Yeah, well, I don't use AI at fucking all.
Yeah,
so, except for that weirdo down underneath you, he's AI.
Yeah, yeah. Is it Robo Jew? Yeah, or is it Robo Goy? Yeah.
Oh wow!
With Robo Goy 5,000 actually.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's the AI quip of me wiggling. I mean, that would turn me off. That's for sure. Anson, my man, we own the Straits of Hormuz, baby.
We don't.
We're going to own Iran probably within the next week or so.
I think you're believing Trump's delusional social media posts.
So first of all, I don't think Trump is being delusional at all, and I think Hegseth knows what he's doing. And
that's the funniest fucking thing, dude. That fucking idiot. Have you heard him do his press conferences? That guy's a fucking retard.
Who cares? He hasn't made a bad step in this war yet.
Everything he's done was fucking retarded.
Everything he's done has worked and is
it has
winning.
not. He's lied about it.
He's winning.
You know who nails his press conferences though is fucking Marco Rubio. That guy shines, shines bright in his press conferences.
Really?
Just glimmers. Yeah, he's good.
I like Hegseth better than Rubio.
He's gotten better. Rubio sucked when he ran for president against Trump in 2016. He's definitely improved a lot since then. He's going to be
smacked them around a little bit and said, "Dude,
2028 Rubio. Just watch it. It's happening. It's happening."
Yeah, I just see. The thing is I just don't think. I mean, there's nothing in the present that could convince me that we're going to put boots on the ground in Iran at all. Period.
Yeah, well, we tried that right before we begged the Iranians for that ceasefire, and what ended up happening is that we lost tons and tons of our ships trying to just rescue somebody. Yeah, we did. We lost several of our aircraft and helicopters trying to rescue that was it a captain or colonel? The colonel. No, it was a bunch of them. It was a bunch of them
shot down, and one C-130 was it shot down or did it just crash?
There were several in that operation to rescue the colonel. We lost several. It was like seven aircraft that we lost.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. You can look it up.
I will.
Yeah.
Tell me that we didn't lose that many. Actually, I'll just let Spartacus down there look it up because
I'm AI using AI. This is some Inception level shit.
Using AI. It's we're reaching Inception.
It was 5 craft. Sorry, yeah. Not 7.
5 crafts that were not shot down. Only like 2 of them were legit shot down. And the A-10 made it back, right?
No, that was an A-10 that landed in the Persian Gulf.
No, that's what it was. Yeah, it landed in the Gulf.
Yeah, a bunch of them got stuck in the sand during the operation because we were using intelligence that wasn't good anymore because the airstrip that we chose was good for a drier time of year, and it was more wet, so it got stuck in the sand.
But again, didn't get shot down.
Yeah, no, I said we lost. Those are the words I used.
3 were shot down by the Kuwaitis, our allies, and friendly fire.
Friendly fire. I remember that. That was like the first week of the war.
Iran shot down 2, an F-15E Strike Eagle and an A-10 Thunderbolt Warthog.
That was it. That's all. And the C-130.
No, that was on the tarmac. It wasn't shot down, was it? There were several on the tarmac that were damaged.
The C-130 went up. It may have. I don't know. Whatever. But
the AWACS that we lost was pretty bad too. That was like a $400,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. The AWACS, not the C-130. We haven't lost the C-130 yet. C-130 can take a lot of damage before it goes down.
But still, like at the end of the day, like just to spend a little bit of money to get rid of those cocksuckers, I'm happy with it. Let's go. We're doing 2026, right?
Fuckers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next, we're going to Cuba. We're going to take back Cuba and bring some freedom there too.
Cuba didn't. I thought Cuba already surrendered.
No.
I don't know.
I think they're going to.
They don't have shit.
No, I think what we've done in terms of fucking up this war in Iran has actually emboldened them to tell us to fuck off.
Cuba?
Yeah.
No.
They're realizing
they've been begging us to make sure that they have fuel for water. Literally begging.
Yeah.
That's because we're committing a continuous act of war against them by doing an embargo on their country, right? So we've been aggressing on them for so long that we're committing a war crime against their civilian population.
If they couldn't survive on Cuba without fucking people coming in to bring them shit, they wouldn't have a civilization there in the first place. You know, just go back to their roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Go back to your roots. Go eat fucking nature and shit.
Obama had the better policy with Cuba by opening it up to us. We could do a cultural exchange and change their people through hearts and minds instead of by starving them.
Oh, hearts! Yeah. Oh my fucking God, hearts and minds! I got some hearts and minds for you.
We could condone the communism, and then we could pump money into USAID and put some fucking trans theater in Cuba and change their minds slowly. You fucking theater, Democrat cocksucker! I knew you were a snake in the grass.
Anson has gone full hippie tonight. I'm not going to lie. Full hippie. He's wearing the hippie garb and everything.
Yeah.
Kamala.
Yeah, I wish I had voted for Kamala. I wouldn't have had this bad taste in my mouth from voting for Trump last time. You know, I didn't vote for Trump in 2016.
It would be worse because there would actually be troops on the ground in Iran getting their asses shot off.
No, she would have done the right thing and reinstated the deal that Trump walked away from, the JCPOA. That Obama deal is what would have prevented all this from happening. But Trump tearing that up basically ruined us and caused us to get into this unwinnable situation that's embarrassed us.
That Obama deal was an aberration that emboldened Iran to attack its fucking neighbors.
No, it was the start.
Iraq, who are their friends? Iraq is supporting us, and Iraq
That's not
is
true.
their friends.
The Iraqi government gave the green light to the Shia militias to start attacking the United States in their country because of the lack of respect for their sovereignty that the United States showed by attacking inside of their country. You're saying the opposite of what's true, Grid.
No, you're believing some malicious press. The Iraqi actually dressed up in Iranian uniforms and went across the border and killed Iranian soldiers.
That's fucking awesome. Propaganda, dude. That's not
fucking
true.
awesome.
No, that's propaganda nonsense.
Yeah, okay. But the dead Iranians disagree with you. I think that's pretty baller, though. Dress up in Iranian uniforms, and did he freeze? Are you frozen?
No,
he's
no. I'm reading, Doug. I'm reading about these 5. Someone in chat was bitching about the 5 planes.
Yeah,
it's like a few Little Bird helicopters, and there was a plane that carried them, the A-10, and then the is it F-16, F-15.
We lost an AWACS, and in actual like missile attacks, we've lost an AWACS, an A-10, and the F-15.
And there were several of the refueling aircraft on the tarmac that were also hit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and then that $500 million THAAD radar that was struck towards the beginning, that was a huge black eye, right?
No, I don't think it was, because we actually had abandoned that facility. That was in Qatar, I think.
Yeah, the radar worked with all the THAAD interceptors that we had in the region. Those are the anti-missile missiles, and without that massive radar, like we lost a lot of our capabilities. No, that's why the Iranians were good at actually hitting us.
I think that's FUD. I think that we didn't need that, because if we had, we would have had people stationed there and we would have had protected it. And we didn't have any. Literally, everyone at that facility was told to go home and just not be there for like a week.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing here is 2 MC-130J Hercules and 4 MH-6 AH-6 Little Birds were all destroyed by the U.S. government.
Yeah. We lost them, right? So we lost them because we were unable to remove them because we went into the country and didn't have a proper landing strip in order to be able to evacuate with. Yeah, because so we went in half-cocked is what happened.
We didn't want our technology to fall into their hands, and we destroyed them on the way out.
It's still a cost of doing war on our end.
We don't want other people to have our toys.
I don't blame the war for that, though. I blame incompetence for that. Like, war or not, that's that's retarded.
So we would have been able to pull out, at a more leisurely pace and not do.
Out, Anson.
Yeah, I know. We would have been able to pull out at a more leisurely pace had the entire population of the nearby city not shown up with all of their small arms and started attacking us with them because they hate us so much. The citizen population did that.
I don't think that's true.
It was part of the. It was part
video?
of. No, it was part of the press conference that was done by our main general.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
The main general came out and said that himself. He said that everyone with a small arm
came. The Iranian general? No,
the American general. With Pete Kegg's breath. It was one of those press conferences.
I like Kegg's breath.
Yeah, Kegg's breath. Yeah,
Kegg's
breath. Yeah,
it's funny as fuck, actually. I think he's one of my least favorites, still sticking around. I think the 2 worst ones are gone with those dumb broads.
Yeah.
They were both bad at their jobs.
Which I mean, you have to be more specific.
Bondi and what's her name?
No. Yeah, they were idiots. Yeah.
But they were attractive.
Noam get a different job though, isn't she doing something?
Yeah.
else?
She got the pity firing when Bondi just got the full get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, you're fired.
I think it was Noam was sort of effective in the beginning, and then I don't know what the fuck happened. Like,
Yeah.
she was kind of effective, or she was mostly effective initially, and then it's like I don't know whether maybe the plan was a bad plan or what. I don't know.
Bad fucking PR, man. That's all it was. She, instead of, like, Tom Homan hasn't really changed much about what ICE is doing. Their deportation numbers are staying pretty constant. ICE deportations have gone up about 30% since Trump's taken office from previous year to year.
Well, I think that Anson is right about one thing, and that is that we ought to take, instead of deporting these fuckers, we gang press them into service and send them to Iraq, so that it's not American boots on the ground.
Yeah,
it's South American boots on the ground.
I could live with that. If we wanted to actually take Iran, like, the way to do that is to get 1 million boots on the ground there, and why not make that like all the damn illegals that marched across the border? Be like, hey, you want to be an American citizen?
It's the Hunger Games. If you win, you get citizenship.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, look, Iran's going to be the 51st state when you're done, so you get 40 acres and a mule there, and you go ahead and you take it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. This is.
I like it.
You like it? I like it
too.
I
like
it. We need to get that on the agenda for President Trump to sign into.
I like the idea of having immigrants serve in our military, and I can get.
We have not had press gangs in this country. We haven't had press gangs in this country since like 18. No, actually, probably 1780, probably. But we'll make do. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And we're not deporting people. Nobody can bitch. We're not deporting you. You're going to exotic lands to meet exotic people and kill them in exotic ways.
Yeah, this is your test of citizenship. Go serve for 2 years in Iran.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what will happen in Germany. Several Muslim soldiers going to play bait in the street of Hormuz. Okay.
Yeah. And they haven't, they're their own creatures. They haven't met Americans, South Americans. That's like a different, it's like when you take like a really indigenous weed and then you bring it over to another country that
because they're going to be selling weed.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they don't just breed. They don't breed everywhere.
Because the South American drug dealers are going to do what drug dealers do.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, we just introduce Mexicans to these areas, and they'll change.
Homes?
Yeah,
this your
change.
barrio? It looks good.
Exactly.
My barrio now.
Yeah, you'll get some cartel members in there. They'll get those terrorists right out of there.
And you know what?
Bring back Afghanistan heroin. There we go.
I can see it now. Pedro walks off the plane and goes, "Yo, dog, is that an AK?"
Yeah, and that would really that would be a good way to deal with it, man. It's two birds with one stone. We get rid of our problem twice.
Cost effective.
Yeah.
We just tell them, hey, you keep what you kill.
Yeah, that's it.
Go straight up pitch black on them.
Yeah.
Send the cartel to Iran. I got Trendiagua versus fucking Al Qaeda. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. I'm down. I'm down for it.
Oh man. Well, this has been a great ending to a fucked up beginning.
Yeah, that'll do. I think we just solved the world's problems.
We have solved the world's problem. Now all we got to do is get it on the agenda, and we're good to go.
Yeah. There we go. Instead of sending them to Cescott, think about it. They could be like special forces.
Send it to Hegseth. Say, hey, we got you, bro.
So on a related note, like, how bad is the GOP gonna do this election cycle? Like is it going to be as bad as like the 2010s where the GOP did their Tea Party wave and basically like reversed a whole lot of stuff? Because I think it's going to be like that, only it's going to be blue.
Mm.
I think I I'm looking for a Tea Party-ish movement on the conservative side to start, because there's a massive lean to the right, but there's also a massive dissatisfaction with the status quo, and that's what happened in 2010. And so I don't think it'll be a Tea Party movement, but it'll be something like that.
Like an Occupy Wall Street movement?
Yeah, but on the right, and I mean, just to be serious for a minute, like I've been thinking about this because I've been watching what's been happening like in Texas with Brandon Herrera stepping up and like all of these normies, all of the typical usual suspects politically are getting, they're basically getting ousted, right? They're getting, and in ways that I agree with, like you get caught fucking your secretary, so you get out, right? Like you're out, you're done. And I agree with that. I think that that's how that should happen. And so, but we have a conundrum here. Most of the country is sick and tired of the leftist movement. They absolutely are anti-left. The problem is that they don't like the most of the current crop of people on the right. And so the only thing I can tell you, man, is I think we're ripe for a Tea Party-esque movement on the right. Whether or not it materializes, I mean, I don't know. But being serious, I think that's what we're going to see. And I think that people will vote for the old guard if they absolutely have to, because they just do not want any leftist in office. So they may do that, but it will be a much stronger signal and a much stronger sentiment if a bunch of new conservative people are elected, if they run.
Yeah, I think that's like probably the opposite of what's going to actually happen. Like I don't see like the right having any kind of cohesiveness whatsoever to be able to have any kind of movement. I think Trump's basically like his backstabbing of the right and the MAGA coalition, the way that he's governed. Like, and if you look at his poll numbers too, like he's lost all of the support of the white uneducated group that was basically his core. And so like
I don't think that's true.
Well, it is like it's his Israel first agenda has like fucked him over, right? There's a whole lot of people who don't like that, right? And they see it for the same way that I do, right? I'm not an outlier, Grid.
I do need to do a segment on Tennessee signing Nuclear Family Month into effect.
I'll get to that because I want to answer your question too about the midterms.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right. So I'm looking through a lot of this polling. Trump's major issue is the economy. It's the trade war, the dog that hasn't barked yet. He has been giving us anywhere from 0.4 to 0.9% inflation since he's done this retribution day, where the fuck it was called. And we haven't seen anything besides some weak-ass trade deals result in the realm of economics. He's gotten shit in terms of national security and other things, but in the realm of economics, it's not really paying off at all. That shit needs to go away. We need to see that inflation come down. We need to see that growth go up. The war is ending. We just saw both the stock market and the S&P go back to record highs. We see fucking oil coming down at record rates, blah, blah, blah. So we're starting to see that go away. We need this trade war to end. This is what's holding Trump back in his polling. If you look at his record with Israel, his record with crime, his record with border security, and his record with immigration, they all have a better rating than he does by like 3-4 points. Where he is hurting right now in average is economy. That's what's holding him back. That's what's pissing people off. People keep saying, like, you just spiked our gas prices. Yeah, we don't want Iran to get a nuke. But we also don't want fucking $4 gas. Like, there's no other way you could have done this. So, like, people are pissed off about that in particular. I think that the Iran thing doesn't carry long enough over to the midterms. If he ends the trade war and does some clever maneuvering, I think he can win back enough support to at least not lose the fucking Senate,
The House is gone. House is gone. Cook Report already fucking said that shit's gone. They're still saying Republicans can hold the Senate. And even if you add the whole Republican polling bias in, the generic congressional vote's fucking 6 points off. If you give the GOP the 5 points that they didn't even get last election, they were 1.8 off last election. You give them 5 points, they're still down on the generic ballot by 2. They're fucking going to get creamed in the House. It's just, I don't think they're going to lose the Senate. I think the GOP is going to see what's up, and they're going to alter about 3 months before the voting happens, and then some of their base is going to come home as a result.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about voting Democrat for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah, wait till the Democrats open their mouth.
Yeah, I don't care if anybody receives money from Jew adjacent people. They're not getting my vote.
Well, that's literally everybody apparently in politics.
Yeah, well, not everybody. There's a few people.
It's more becoming a right-wing thing. Only 8 Democrats in the House or the Senate voted to keep funding weapons to Israel, just defensive weapons, not even offensive.
Yeah. So, the Democrats are earning my vote by that. Thank you for pointing that out.
Well, I'm just only 8 of them didn't. It's like Chuck Schumer and a few others. Like 4 Jewish Democrats voted against giving defensive weapons to Israel.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we need to increase the Democrats' numbers then.
Yeah, they don't really like the Jewish people right now. So I think that's going to lose them more fans than it gains them, though. Polling shows I've seen 2 polls that say that does Israel have the right to exist? The amount of people that said no was 7% and 5%. So 90% of people are like, okay, I'm a Zionist at the base level, the lowest form of Zionism.
Yeah, with the exception of 2 races, I voted exclusively Republican for the last 20 years, and I just told you that I'm going to vote Democrat because of what Trump's done. So, as far as I'm concerned, this has been a massive thing, right? I'm not the only one. You mentioned the things that people actually care about, which is the cost of shit, because most people aren't ideological. They're like, oh, well, yeah, I don't want to pay a lot of money. Wah. I don't care about killing brown people in the Middle East. Fuck those people. I want to make sure I have enough money to buy Taco Bell. Yeah, okay, that's a lot worse, and the Republicans are going to lose. But the fucking the Democrats are fucking commies, man. Can the GOP not fuck themselves? I mean, is there any way for them not to suck Netanyahu's dick anymore? I mean, it's fucking they need to get pain for what they're doing, right? That's all I care about, is hurting the GOP right now. They need to feel pain.
That's the part I think that's funny, because in Israel they say Bibi Netanyahu is Trump's puppet. They should have kept hitting Lebanon. They should have kept hitting Iran both times. All these ceasefires, the first ceasefire from
I actually believe it is more that. I think that Israel is our puppet, not the other way around.
Yeah, and that's what the people in Israel are saying, is Bibi Netanyahu should have continued to hit Hezbollah. We had the advantage. We were winning.
They don't have enough. They don't have enough clout. They don't have enough. They don't have enough of anything for us to give a shit about.
If it was about money, Qatar, China, and fucking Iran gave 20, 30, 40 billion dollars to the United States over the last 30, 40 years. That's anti-Israel money. Qatar just came on board recently. They're still pretty fucking anti-Israel in Qatar.
No, they're 100% anti-Israel.
Yeah. Well, they're normalizing
with Israel. Isn't that weird? Yeah. That just blows my fucking mind.
They're at war right now on the same side as Israel. They're bombing Iran with Israel.
Because of Iran. Iran's a bunch of assholes, and they've been assholes for the last 50
well, they go get ran out of there. Yeah, that's about over.
Look, it's not the Iranian people. It's been the Iranian weird theocratic nationalist fucking government.
The conservative religious government, the based government.
They're not that. Look, they're not conservative in the way that we consider things are conservative, right? They're still marrying off 13-year-olds to old ass men. I believe they're conservative enough to still have slave auctions in Iran. So, yeah, I don't agree with their version of conservatism.
Yeah, conservatism is a broad umbrella term at the end of the day.
They've gotten so conservative, they're damn near liberal.
Yeah, sometimes they say being pro-city is like anti-environmentally conservative. So being a conservative doesn't necessarily mean you got to conserve every little thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to eat probably and go to sleep
we're
here.
gonna shut down here in just a couple of minutes. I got a video. Watch this video, guys. This is from my match the other day. This is a drone and camera footage. Check it out. And most people have seen this already because I've been playing it. But this is like the first kind of rough edit. So this is 2 cameras. The microphone, all the audio is coming from my hat camera. Hello, ready?
Hello, ready? 2 feet touching the orange stick. There you go. Are you ready? Stand by. Hit!
I had to cowboy that one.
You just leave your shit laying there and go back in later? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, you just go back and get it when you need to.
Sounded a little winded there, Grid.
That was a lot of work. It's a lot of loading, a lot of movement. So, but I made it work.
I probably would be at this point too. All right, have a good night, gentlemen. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
Hey, peace, man. Peace and love, bro.
Yeah, peace to Israel.
Yeah, peace to the world.
Eddie just like dropped. Oh yeah. Man,
I want peace in Israel. Yeah, I mean they need to drop back to their original borders from the 1940s and stop aggressing on everybody, man. And they'll have some peace.
Who was the lady? That's the I don't know. I forget her name. She was just the
tattooed chick that needs my digits. Give her my digits next time, Grid.
She was just an RO. Range officer. Anyway, so what Anson, you're actually I didn't realize you were so anti-Israel.
I'm not anti-Israel. I'm anti-war.
Oh, okay. I'm not anti-war. I'm generically pro-war.
Yeah, there's ethical there's rules for just war and Israel consistently breaks all of the historical norms for just war that existed even before the Geneva Convention. They have no honor and no integrity, and they honestly don't need to exist.
Interesting. Have I ever considered doing cowboy matches? Kinda, not really. I don't know. I like the regular. I like good old fashioned modernity. So yeah, but it works out. All right. Well, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm tired. I got to get up in the morning and go. My son has a trap competition tomorrow.
Nice.
Trap. Yeah.
Good luck, man. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Are you still the main guy over at whatever def.
Oh, I stopped going over there. She pissed me off because she started like doing some libtard shit or whatever. So I was like,
I
"Fuck
told
that,
you
I'm
she
out."
was a libtard.
Yeah, well, there's like certain level of like libtard that I can accept. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and she just went over the line.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I always thought she was odd, but okay, fair enough. I haven't actually seen any of her stuff. I don't know if she's still actually doing stuff.
She is. Yeah, I peeked in and looked at her content just for a second. I didn't get on her channel or anything, but I looked at and she's still uploading videos. And she still hasn't taken her mask off yet.
That's what you're waiting for?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's just, it's kind of weird. Like she's been consistent about not showing her face.
Yeah, probably got a job. That
Yeah.
matters. All right. Well, I really appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. The ones that have made it the distance. Early on, we had quite a nice crowd in here, and it has been an annoying week. So hopefully we can get back on track. Tomorrow night I will be back. Tomorrow night will be more politics, more discussion. We'll try not to get off on the Israel agenda. We'll keep Candace Owens off the stage tomorrow night, and we'll have a good show tomorrow. And in the meantime, guys, as always, be cool. Wear the glasses if you need them, and why don't you guys get off my lawn?